Right guys, welcome back. Here we are again in the second part of the new series. And it's looking prime. This is the first week in the last few weeks that it's actually been calm like this and not too gaily. I mean, the last couple of weeks have just been absolutely savage, to be honest. But look at this, just a nice little trickle. And I barrowed my gear right round to the same peg where I was last time. This is as far as I got at the minute. Just the ground sheet. I'm just about to start unloading stuff off the trolley. I thought we'd give you a quick update back at home and let you know where we're at. We're back on it, we're back on the bank and I'm buzzing. Feels like it's going to chuck a big girl this week. I've had a little swap around on rigs, swap around on tactics. I haven't got to smash this peg up. I'm going to get the rods out pretty fast. Although on the third rod I am going to find a new spot, because as you guys know, last week in part 1 I got snapped off on a bar out there and it cut me off on my first bite. So that's no good, so we're going to leave that rod out. Although it done a bite, you don't want to be hooking and losing fish and leaving gear out in the lake. That's not good angling, is it? So the lake looks prime, and guess what, we're here for 72 hours this week. Me and the missus have got a little pact. Every 8 weeks or so I get one session where I get to choose where I can do a 3-nighter. So I'm not taking the piss. It's all about balance in life. It's easy to get into the rut of spending too much time on the bank and forgetting about things back at home, but I've got 3 young kids and a busy life, and that just can't happen for me. So 48-hour sessions it is, but this one's a bonus session. We're in March and we're going to see the first day of spring in on this session. I'm feeling really hopeful of a big gal and everything's looking good. I'm going to leave you guys with that for now. I'm going to tackle this bit and we'll have a catch up when the rods are out on the dance floor. See you in a bit. Boy, does darkness still set in quick this time of year. Thought I'd give you a quick update as it got pretty dark and I got the rods in just in the nick of time and I was spotting out in the dark. All 3 traps are all perfectly set. Everything's feeling right for tonight. I think if I'm ever going to get a big gal, it's going to be this trip here. Hence why I've took my 3 nights off the missus this session. Hopefully I'll get rewarded for my efforts for getting back down here. Got in the same spot, got on the same spots that I found last week, and I spent probably 2 or 3 hours finding those spots last week, as you know from part 1. It took me a little while, but I got there in the end, and I delivered a lot of bait last week. You can just see they've got the kettle simmering there. I've had some dinner, just a quick easy chuck up dinner tonight. Now it's time to kick back and enjoy my night. Gonna finish it off with a nice cup of tea and get in bed and wait for one of the alarms to sound, eh? Really feels good for a big gal tonight. I've got a really good feeling about this session. I've got a feeling I can get one of them big comments out. But hey ho, we're here, we're trying our luck, got to be in it to win it, and yeah, loving life on the bank. Right, I'm going to get this cup of tea brewed and we'll have a catch up in the morning when it's nice and light. See you in a bit. Good morning and welcome back. Down there is something a bit special. It happened, didn't it? Just like I said it would. Got an absolute tank in that retainer. Not sure how big yet, haven't weighed it. But I think I've got one of the top 2 in the lake. I think it might possibly be the king of the lake. It could be the fish that I'm actually after. I'm not entirely sure until we get her out and have a proper look. but I know it's big, I know it's beautiful, and I know it's old. Can't believe it. What a way to start off my 2019. I'm in March and I've already got my target fish. Looks like things are just gonna take off this year, just like they left off last year. Unbelievable. The bite come just on first light. It's still pretty much dark, couldn't really see. Just fumbling about from a head torch, ended up having to leave it inside the bivvy and just get on the rod. It went berserk, just one-toned me. And it's a real right result down there, I tell you. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning, so I've not long had my eyes open. I got a quick hour kip while I was waiting for the light to come up. Well, I say hour kip. I ended up just warming up on the hot water bottle, and I sort of drifted in and out for about an hour or so. And the light levels have come up enough now, and I'm going to drink my coffee, and we're going to think about getting this baby out and having a look and see what she goes on the scales. I'm excited as hell. Right, for now, coffee time, get some energy in me. It's been a long old night, and we'll catch up shortly. Right guys, here we are. Bailiff's just been round, and it's not one of the top 2, but it's still an absolute unit. 38 pound, bang on the button. An absolute stunning old black kinked out common. A real beaut, this one. Absolutely buzzing to have met this one. And another one off the list. To know there's still a couple, maybe a pound or 2 bigger in here is a right result. She's going to be a bit lively because I just popped her back after the pictures. See if she'll behave. Real gnarly old looking common this is. Oh, absolute unit. They tried to beat me up with the pictures. It's probably going to do the same again. But to get a 38 this early in the year, man, I'm just made up. Full of leeches, absolutely covered in leeches, this fish. Look at its mouth, perfect mouth, barbless hook only rule in here. And I do prefer that because the fish have always got much better mouths. Still going to go a little bit more. Just keeping her on my forearms, keeping her low to the mat. I've got control. See if I can get her up. There you go, look at that. Proper buzzing. Right, she's going to go. Just going to hold her a bit longer, drop her back down, a bit more water, I'll get her up properly. This one really likes to beat you up on the mat. It took me quite a while to get the pictures I desired, even with the bailiff's help. Massive pecs, this fish. Jet black head, as you expect from these clear weedy waters. Oh, massive pecs. Come on, baby. Keeping her sturdy. Look at that. 38 pound of blacked out old English common. Absolute minter. Proper buzzing to have got this one. I've seen pictures of it, that's why I thought it was one of the top 2. But no. Buzzing. Wow, what a creature. What an absolute unit. Thank you, girl. I'm going to flip around and I'm going to try and get a picture this side. It's quite a hard fish to hold as it's so kinked out. Let's see if she'll behave. Side, please don't beat me up, big girl. What an absolute tank. God, I love carp fishing. God, I love carp fishing. Look at that. Real long fish as well. Absolute mint. Buzzing. Wow. Right, I'm going to slip her back because she's finally behaving. It's an old fish. Oh! And I'm getting a bit of a backache, to be honest. We'll have a catch up in a bit, and yeah, we'll go from there. See you soon. Look at that, absolute brute. Finally, I can chill out and we can have a little update. It's edging towards bite time now, and I've had an absolute stinker tonight. I went for a quick pee just round the corner there, and within minutes, two of the swans come in and wiped both my rods out. And absolute nightmare when you got all the traps set for the evening. I've baited up, done everything, and to top all that off, as I'm redoing them, the third rod goes. Pick up to it, bend into it, and it's a £9 tench. So I've had to redo all 3 rods, hence why this is quite a late evening update. We've probably got about 25 minutes of light left. But lucky enough, I managed to get the corn and the cobs on before any of this mayhem started. So I've got a couple of corn on the cobs there. I'm going to marinate that in some butter soon once that starts to cook. And we've got some a big 12-ounce rump steak, Tesco's Finest. If you're going to get rump, you've got to get Tesco's Finest. You can't get a cheap bit of rump. It ain't worth eating, is it? It's a sturdy old piece, that. So yeah, the first barbecue of the year, loving life. And I said I'm going to treat this session as we edge into spring, and I'm going to treat it like a spring session, and I am. First barbie, I'm christening it, celebrating that 38 common. It's been a while since I've had a barbecue, especially with steak and that. It's time this little barbie come out every week, I reckon now. So if you see this big grill in front of you, that's because I'm going to do this. I forgot the actual original barbecue little grill, so I'm actually having to use my grill from inside the bivvy, from a double stove. Big piece of steak. Hopefully this should work. Seems to be doing alright. That's a big thick one, that will take a while to cook, that will. Give us time to have a little chat. So yeah, things are looking hopeful for this evening. I pumped a load more bait in. Finally reset the rods, another third time for today after the swans wiped me out, but they're on the spots. Things are looking good. Getting much better line lay this session, just down to less undertow, and the wind's much more dead at the minute. Oh, I've just seen a fish show. Only a little one, looks like a mid-double, maybe low 20. Nowhere near any of my rods, by the way. So yeah, loving life on the bank. Got the barbie back and rolling. Things couldn't be better. 38 on the bank, loving it. What a way to start off 2019. Really surprised I didn't go 40. It looked every bit of 40, to be honest. I don't mind, it's an absolute unit, whatever way you look at it, isn't it? That's the main thing. So it's turned into a beautiful afternoon here, and the sun come out, it warmed up a bit, and the wind's finally turned from it out my face, and it's turned to sort of I guess you could call it northwest, west or something like that, something along them lines, and it was a southwest. It don't matter about the northwesterly, we're warm enough now that northerly wind shouldn't be affecting anything. Got my bit of freezing cold juice that I freeze. Bit of hydration on the bank. This don't seem to be cooking very well. Oh dear. Hope I ain't just wasted a big rump steak. Have a look. Yes, yeah, it's not looking good. Let's see if I can get a stick and poke that about a bit. Well, I'm going to carry on trying to cook this steak on a barely warm barbecue. I'll end up having to fry it off in the bivvy, I should imagine. Poxy swans, eh? Do your nutting. Everything went out perfect and they destroy you. But other than that, the session's going according to plan. So I'm going to get tucked up, eat some lunch, and I'll see you in the evening if I get a bite. If not, I'll see you first thing in the morning. Catch you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome back for a morning update. Had an epic night fishing. I say epic, I had 2 bites, which is good. We're in March and it's a tricky little water. Right here I've got an absolute beast on the mat. Started off about 3 o'clock this morning. Had a nice little mid double, real pretty looking fish. Slipped her back, and then a few hours later I locked horns with this beast and it had me through. I didn't think there was any snags out there, but it locked me up in a snag not too far out from the bank, so I had to go out in the waders and play the long haul game with him, sort of sit there for 20 odd minutes with him. He eventually come free, thank Christ, and I've got another beaut of a common. This one just under 32. Here we get her up, and there you go, look at that. Wow, what a trip this has been. A mid-March trip, and I got a brace of 30s, brace of beautiful 30-pound commons. Oh mate, proper made up, properly made up. Another tank to add to the list. What an absolute beaut. Tell you, these commons, they fight so hard, don't they? Wow, what an absolute beast. Let me flip around, I'll show you the other side quickly. Well, I just went to take the pictures. This fish, this one here, the other rod went, but it was just a tench. So let me get her up, show you this side. She's behaving now, I've done the pics. There you go, look. I think it was like 31.10 or something. Buzzing all the same. Proper made up. Another long old winter carp and a brace of 30s, a brace of winter 30s. Buzzing it, loving life. Still got a night to go as well. Right, I'm going to slip her back because I've still got that rod to reset. It's looking a good day for zigs today, so I should imagine I'm going to bring at least a couple off bottom. There's a few new arrivals. It's only 7:45 in the morning, there's already 3 new people on. So I'm going to get my thinking cap on. I've been waiting to fish zigs here, it looks good for a bite. I'm going to get 2 of them on zigs. I'm going to get the marker out there and plummet the depth quickly, and so we don't scare them off a bit later on. And yeah, that's the approach for today, but I'm sure we'll catch up before then. I'll see you soon. Well, it's the last morning now. Nothing happened last night, very quiet indeed. But the lake got pretty busy late last night. By 6 o'clock there's 12 on, fully booked. And I was sort of getting hemmed in from both sides. And there was a lot of disturbance made. And yeah, so the fish just generally pushed out the area. But overall it's been a really nice trip. Managed 3 bites in the end. Little low double, low to mid double, and then them cracking 2 30s. So can't complain for March. That's going to put that down to a bit of a super session really. That 38 is more, you know, it's a fish of a season. A 38 black common like that, you know, a couple of pound or 40 pound, nothing to be grumbled at. And also got a bit more homework in this week. Prepped another couple of spots, kept the bait going in. Things seem to be going according to plan. I'll be back next week, trying my luck for one of the real big ones. But yeah, all 3 rods, they've all been reset this morning, pulled them all off the bottom. Got them all on zigs now. Got the right hand rod on a red zigger liner, the middle rod on a black and yellow zigger liner, and the left hand rod is on a round popped up cork ball. Still fished on a zig, if you know what I mean, but just a pop up cork instead. So I've got 3 different options out there. All 3 are roughly 2 foot off the surface. I know the fish do come up in the upper layers this time of day. We've got about 4 hours left now. I'm going to get tidied up and head home and start thinking about getting back next week and how I'm going to approach that when I do. But hopefully you'll get another update out of me. If not, that means I've had no more fish, and I'll catch you on the bank next time. If I do see ya, clearly it will be with a whopper on the mat. So thanks for watching. Tight lines, be lucky, and I'll see you on the next one.